that's enough of that. Basically, welcome to Some Good News charity version, specifically Canadian charity version. There have never been so many different kinds of people coming together to help as there are right now. There are nonprofit, for-profit, government agencies, individuals, small companies that are just making sure that there's no mama left behind, no papa left behind, no child left behind. And that, is really good news. As somebody who runs a charity and had 98% of our funding cut for the next 4 months, as well as seeing 100%, well, it was about 108% increase to be entirely honest, in clients who are using poverty relief services, we've had to get really creative, like a mother, if you will. So what we've done is basically anything and everything we can to make sure that we can keep our essential frontline services running. But we're not the only ones. No, the women's shelters, they're full. Domestic violence happens all the time, but especially when you're cooped up with your spouse. Not to make light of any situation, only to put light on the fact that there are hotels and motels and Holiday Inns all getting involved with making sure that if the shelters are full, they will have subsidized rooms with the ministry for families who need help. I don't know about you, John, but to me, it sounds like pretty good news. And not even just for nonprofits. There's also rooms that are subsidized for frontline workers. You're working in the hospital? You don't want to live in your tent in your garage anymore? Check them out, friends. I feel like you're going to be having a good time. There was a mom out east in Canada who was shamed pretty heavily for having to bring her child with her to go grocery shopping. I mean, I get it. We probably shouldn't be bringing our kids out in the public right now. But at the same time, how are you supposed to feed those kids if you can't go shopping? It's a really challenging situation. So at Mamas for Mamas, we've kind of developed a new system where if you're trying to go shopping and you can't because you've got kids and you're going to get in trouble, give us a call. We'll do our best to send out one of our delivery people to do a no-contact pickup and delivery for you so you don't have to wait 10 days for your food. You don't have to sit there and wonder if you're going to be getting shamed in the lineup. And furthermore, you get to stay home in your pajamas, i.e. your jams. Now, if we really want to talk about some good news, better than every day, better than every year kind of good news, we're going to talk about Elara. She was 2 years old and diagnosed with cancer on Christmas Eve. It just added, to the terrible insult of being diagnosed with cancer, having to dealing with that through Christmas and having to fly out your whole family. As a 2-year-old, that's a lot of responsibility. So we jumped in, we helped Elara and her family all get down to Vancouver for the necessary cancer treatments. And 2 days ago, friends, guess what? Elara has been 100% cleared for cancer. That's my booyah dance, and it's lit. I might be in my 30s and I might be a mom, but the good news is I can still say lit. Moving on to our last piece of great news, as a result of our funding being cut, we decided to do something a little bit unique, or as unique as you can be when you're all having the same ideas as you engage in social media, scrolling. We did our Front Step campaign, #InThisTogether, and we have some absolutely incredible friends who've joined us to #PuckCovid. That's right, friends. The NHL from Kelowna, anyway, those who are living here, have joined our campaign to make sure that there's no mama left behind. Pretty easy, pretty fun. We send a photographer out, you get your photo taken, and we've raised about $15,000 in the last 2 weeks doing that. So thanks to Josh Georges and Jordan Tutu and Wade Redden, who I believe played on your favorite team, John, the Bruins, have made a pretty significant impact in taking photos and sending them along. Now, we are also looking for additional people to join our campaign, and if you're interested, it's up to you to get in touch with us, because we're pretty frickin' busy. However, we'd love to see you. So, as part of this good news feature, we'd like for you to get in touch with us to engage with your good news. And that's Shannon Christensen signing out with some good news and some good wine. Back to you, John.